What's going on, everybody? Devo here, and today is January 1st, 2019. 2018 is officially a thing of the past. I've seen a lot of complaints about how excited everyone was for 2019 because it couldn't be worse than 2018. Well, let's celebrate 2019 because it's here. It's officially here, and I didn't have a terrible 2018. Sure, some things I could have done without, but that's every year, right? But I plan on really taking advantage of 2019 by seriously upping my video and photography game because of things that I got for Christmas. Now, before we get into things that I got for Christmas, let's go over things that I've already purchased to make better videos and pictures. Now, first of all, I wanted some new lenses. When I bought my camera, it came with just a kit lens. It's an 18 to 55 millimeter f4, and it's not a bad lens at all. I have absolutely no issues. It's actually what I'm using to film on right now, but I wanted more of a variety, so I bought the Tamron 24 to 135, and this one is the Yongnuo 50 millimeter. It's an f1.8, fantastic prime lens. I've seen it compared to the Canon 50mm, and the Canon did win. It was a little bit sharper and a little bit less of the chromatic aberration, but not by a whole lot. This one is still a fantastic lens. I've done several pictures on this lens, and I'm very, very happy with the results. Now, another thing that I bought was a microphone. Obviously, I have one in my face right here. But this is a studio microphone. I'm not taking this with me on the go because, well, that would be kind of ridiculous. So I got this guy. It is not the Rode Video Micro. It's actually a MOVO, and it's very comparable to it. It works absolutely fantastic. I've done a few videos with this, and once again, very happy with the results. Someday I may branch out for the big name brands, but I'm really having a lot of fun diving in and seeing what I can do with budget gear, and I'm very happy with it. Very, very happy. And I mean, there's been a few other minor purchases, you know, extra batteries, things like that, which is kind of a necessity sometimes. But let's get into what I got for Christmas. I was excited. Still am excited. It's still very new to me. So this is one thing that I got, and I was extremely excited about this guy because it's rattling. And can you hear that? It's probably a great thing to do with the filter. I really like long exposure photography. I've done some at night. Okay, not much of a challenge there, right? It's already dark. I've done some during the day, which, to be completely honest, I haven't gotten the best results with. I need it to be extremely overcast, and the sun either has to be just coming up or just going down, so it's not too bright out. Because I didn't have any sort of a neutral density filter for my camera. Now I do. It's what you really want if you want to be out in the middle of the day, the sun is beaming right overhead, but you still want to get a long exposure of maybe a waterfall or a river, get that really creamy water that looks almost like mist. This will significantly help with that. It makes it 100% possible, and what it does for those that don't know what a neutral density filter is, commonly referred to as an ND filter, it's basically sunglasses for your camera. And you can get a couple different types of these. You can get a wide array of them, each with a certain f-stop, and that determines how much darker it'll make the image. Or you can get one like this, which by turning a ring will actually change it gradually. Now, the issue that I have with this, however, is that this Tamron 24 to 135 is the largest lens that I have. It's a 72 millimeter thread size on the end of it. My ND filter that I have, the only one that I have, is an 82 millimeter. So it's too big to fit on here. But that's not an issue at all. The reason is because of the next gift that I have. It's these guys right here. For those of you that don't know what these are step rings. I have two sets. I have step up rings and step down rings. And it's basically exactly that. You can step up the size or step down your thread size. So let's put this into action to see what we mean. So my ND filter is an 82 millimeter, which is the largest one on here. My Tamron lens is a 72, so that's down to here. What I'm gonna do is just undo these right here, screw on my filter, and put it right on my lens. There you go. It's as easy as that. Now I have a neutral density filter on my Tamron lens. And it works with any thread size, but it goes all the way down to 37 millimeters, which is pretty small. I don't have a 37 millimeter lens. My 50 millimeter is a 52 millimeter thread size. And honestly, like, I really like putting my neutral density filter on this guy just because, well, it looks kind of ridiculous. And I find great enjoyment with that. And there you go, the neutral density filter on my 50 millimeter lens. Like I said, it looks ridiculous. So those were two of the gifts that I got this year. And one thing that I have to really help improve everything that I do that I didn't even mention is my ring light that actually attaches onto the end of my lens, which you probably saw reflecting in my glasses and in the filter when I held it up there. But it's actually this guy right here. It just attaches right to the lens and it helps light your subject. But I can help my lighting even more now because my in-laws are fantastic. I never wanted to get married because I watch TV, I watch movies. I know in-laws are always a nightmare. Nobody wants them. Mine are awesome. Mine are cool. My father-in-law, he loves photography. He actually has a Canon camera with the same mount as mine, so he lets me borrow lenses, which is awesome. I don't know if I would be comfortable letting anybody borrow my lenses. I know how expensive they can be, and I know how much it sucks if it breaks and it doesn't work anymore. But he trusts me with it, which is super cool for him, and because we share a same interest, he gets me camera stuff, which I love, and it's awesome. And this is actually one thing he got me that was really cool because I didn't mention it to him at all. I don't remember anyways. I don't remember saying anything about wanting one of these, but it's going to help somewhat with photography and a lot with video because my lighting in here, like, look at this. I have my light on. I didn't turn off this light, and I intentionally started filming right now just because the sun is going down and the sun goes down back behind me. Like, the way I have windows here in front, I have one off to the side over here, but it goes down behind me. So I waited until it was past my house before I started filming because I wanted to show you this. Let's, why don't we turn these lights back on? This guy right here is a pretty cool LED light panel, and I am extremely happy with it. And the coolest thing about it is how gradually it brightens and darkens. Like, it's on the lowest setting right now, and let's brighten it up. That's pretty bright. And so I can really use this to help enhance my videos. I can put it wherever I need it to get whatever mood I'm looking for in lighting. I can put it above, so you can get that really dramatic light there. I can put it behind me to enhance whatever's behind me, which, if I had more light in front of me, it would give it a better effect. But you get the idea. Let's turn that down. Whoo! So bright. Now the thing is, these can be kind of pricey. I've looked into it a little bit, and I haven't gotten one myself because I am on a budget. I don't just buy budget items just because I want to see what I can do with it. I also buy them because that's what I can afford. I am the budget photographer for sure. But I'm so used to taking lemons and making lemonade. This is what I've done since I started everything. This is what I've done ever since I started creating. Not just pictures and videos, music. I couldn't afford equipment, and so I got the cheapest, crappiest equipment that I could get, and I kind of Frankensteined a lot of the stuff together to make it much better. And it costs a lot less. Granted, it wasn't as good quality, but it did cost less than the big name brands. This is what I do. This is who I am. And so with that, I was looking into DIY projects, and I was looking into how to make my own LED panels, and they got me this, and I was just so excited. It actually has I didn't show you, it has a cold shoe mount, so I can attach it to the hot shoe on my camera. And I can have the light up there. I can have it off to the side on a tripod because it does mount via tripod, and it's so cool. And this is kind of fun. Because I makeshift everything. I have two tripods. I have a normal size one and I have a mini one. My in-laws went on a trip and he wanted a small tripod. He didn't want to pack around his big one, so I loaned him my little one, which is fine. I have no issue with that. But then I decided to make this video and I needed to utilize the LED light, so I didn't have another tripod. So this is what I was talking about when I said this is who I am and what I do. I'm so used to making the best out of any situation that I actually took a microphone stand. And here is a very mini tripod. It's good for little things, not great for others. Here is a mount for one of my microphones. And so I just put this up through it, thread it on a cold shoe mount, attach this to the LED panel. Which once again shows you that you don't have to have a lot of money and all this fancy equipment to be able to have an actual setup. Does it look pretty ghetto? Yeah, absolutely. Do I care? No, absolutely not, because it works. It works as it's supposed to. And you really, that's the whole point of it, right? It doesn't matter how it looks as long as the end result is what you want. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Hope everybody has a fantastic 2019. And as always, keep creating. Don't ever stop. Cheers.